So I was up late at night and I was thinking like really hard because I think a lot. So and I was really thinking about how people are gonna laugh at me, but I was really thinking about how vampires are real. And let me tell y'all why vampires are real. Vampires are real. We live amongst them, but they don't drink blood. They suck on people's energies. They're called narcissists. Vampires are literally metaphors for narcissists. Narcissists are metaphors for vampires. If you really think about it. If you ever think about how narcissists, they have to constantly have new supply to feel good, to get an ego boost and attention. Think about how vampires, they constantly have to have a supply of blood. Let's think about vampires like in the Vampire Diaries universe. Like think of it like the vampires in the Vampire Diaries universe. They literally constantly have to have a supply of blood, you know, to feel good about themselves and to feed their hunger, right? In the Vampire Diaries. And if they don't, they decay and they become old, you know, they expire. Think about how narcissists, they constantly have to have new supply of people, of women, because a narcissist, they could be a woman and a man, so I won't say that. They could be both genders, but they constantly have to have supply of people to feel good about themselves. And if you think about it, like in the Vampire Diaries, and you know how like when you take off a narcissist mask and you see the real them, think about how like in the Vampire Diaries, when you take off like a vampire's daylight ring or they get exposed in the sunlight, they start to they burn and expose. Just like how when you start to expose a narcissist and their mask falls off, the real them comes out. And like, y'all, I'm really onto something here. I'm really onto something here. And the narcissist's biggest weakness is that they cannot be alone. They have to have options. They have to have constant supplies. They are weak. They cannot be alone. That is their weakness, y'all. I'm like, yo, I'm such a genius. Like, think how in the Vampire Diaries, a vampire, they can't be alone because they have to have constant need of blood, a supply. And they're attracted to the ones who have light. And to further expand on this, on my theory about how vampires are actually real and we do live amongst them, because you know how like in the again, I'm gonna use the Vampire Diaries universe as a metaphor to the ones like the narcissist energy vampires we have here. You know how like in the Vampire Diaries, when a vampire, like their humanity is off and like they have no empathy, they're callous, they don't care who they're killing, and like you know how like they have to live in secret, they don't tell people that they're vampires, they hide. You know how like Stefan in the first season, he couldn't tell Alina what he was, he had to hide behind a mask, basically like a wolf in sheep clothing. They're a wolf in sheep clothing. If you think about how narcissists in real life, they are imposters. They're the same thing. They hide behind a mask. They present to people that they're a good person and stuff. They present to people that they're a loyal person, a great person. They never do anything wrong, right? Just like it's the same thing. It's the same thing. But behind their mask, behind their fake ass personality that they copy and siphon from other people, they're really just an ugly beast behind their mask. When you look behind their personality, you have to understand about these narcissists, bro. When you are with one, it's very scary what I'm about to tell you. They do not view you as a human being. They view you as an object. They view you as supply. Just like how in the Vampire Diaries, how Stefan and they have like a whole blood, like where they put their bags in the freezer or whatever. They have a constant supply of blood. That's how narcissists see people. That's how they see They're supplies. They see you as they put on the shelf and they can pick back up when they want to get more out of you, suck more out of you. They're vampires. They are vampires. Yo, like, come on now. Like, really think about it. Really think about that shit. They have to hide behind the mask, because if people know who they really are, it gets exposed. These people, these people are not, these people are evil people. There's something wrong with them in their mind. There's something bad that happened in their childhood, and there's just something missing about them. They have no empathy. And of course they're going to be attracted to the chosen ones. They're going to be attracted to the ones who have light, because they don't possess that light within themselves. They have no light. They have no empathy.